I'm gonna hook you here.
Please don't do that. Ah! Okay, I hate it.
Move the arm.
Okay. Papa!
Papa, no.
Papa, no! Ah! I hate it so much. Okay. Ah!
It's fading. Good.
Okay.
We're gonna get through this together.
Okay. All right.
I mean, mostly he's gonna.
You're a bad guy, man. You literally.
I know.
You're forcing me to take this.
Yeah, well, you know.
I'm coming out of this a new woman.
Hashtag informed consent.
Oh, God. Fuck. So, I'm going to be worked on here by the doc. I call him Dr. Bo. As you guys know, I won Best Body in Comedy, so there's not a lot to work on. I have what's called perfect symmetry, and I think when you see me move, one word comes to mind, harmony. And when you talk about harmony, of course, the Greeks defined beauty in one word, and that's harmony. So I guess beauty is probably one of the reasons my nickname in the fight circles is beauty is not because of the symmetry of my face, but rather the way I move with harmony. There you go. So now we're learning. Okay. Now,
Feel educated.
even someone like me, who's essentially born with, is it perfect symmetry? You said.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
I might need a small adjustment. We're going to take the hammer. We're going to take the spike to me. Not a vampire. I am a human being, but it's going to look like I'm a vampire when he goes to work on me. Let's get to work.
Let's go. All right, go face down.
Oh, yeah.
A little off, actually.
See how tight in
Yeah.
my lower back, my left side.
Give him the special that you gave me.
Of a thumb in the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to pay a lot extra, Brian.
So,
That'll be a free.
you know,
I think it's a little closer to my
You're not-
muscle, buddy.
Robert Kraft was
Even closer, though, yeah. Now you're talking.
Oh my god, I can feel it just watching you do that.
having the ghost pain.
Yeah.
I was saying, did you guys see the leg kick video where John kicked me?
No.
Jones? Yeah. Because there was a video I said, hey, if we get 75,000 likes on this, I'll let John kick me. And of course, I had like 100,000 because people are sick. And so he goes to do it, bro. Like, I still get phantom pain when somebody talks about it. I'm like, oh shit, I remember how that
He
feels.
really kicked you?
Yeah, hard.
Oh my god.
Didn't hesitate. Well, it's revenge for them, right? Because I beat their asses all the time.
Oh yeah.
So, like, Michelle's going to do one where she's going to do the judo slam on me. And she was
man.
fired up about it. I'm like, you guys want to hurt me? And they're like, yeah, you hurt us all.
See, I think if you go, like that area is okay, but it is sort of right along, like underneath there, yeah.
Oh no, don't tell him where it hurts, Brian. He'll focus in on it.
See, now you're fucking, now you're on it. See, now that's what I'm talking about.
Feels like I'm on it.
Yeah, motherfucker, that's good.
We do it for New Mexico.
That is fucking good, man.
Guns, thumbs,
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about.
buns, casinos.
Guns,
Yeah,
thumbs, buns.
yeah. He said that they had
Thumbs, guns, and
I
buns.
really think your girl's great, by the way. She's a cool human being. We were talking about how she and Michelle are just like good people.
Yeah,
Like they're kind of dudes, and I mean they're beautiful women, but they're just like
but they just roll with it. Yeah. Yeah, so it's funny because they've been good friends for like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. And Lice coaches Michelle on some of her social media stuff, which has been pretty cool.
awesome.
And she keeps trying to get her to go to jiu-jitsu, but then she gets scared. Because Michelle like put a little choke on her one time,
Yeah.
and she was like, "Oh,
Oh, we were naked?
yeah."
Oh,
She
no.
like panicked and was like, "Oh no, this
Yeah?
is real." Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Did you see the video where Michelle choked out what's the guy's name? Todd from
Yep.
what was that? He's Australian. He's what's his name? Todd something. They had a show here where the guy he does everything in like 2 weeks, and he took a fight, took a pro fight. And he came and trained for 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I saw that,
I
yeah.
can't remember what his name was. He just goes all over the world and does crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And he wanted Michelle to choke him out cold.
How long did it take?
5 seconds.
Not long.
And she didn't even hesitate. She's like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Okay.
I was like, "Damn,
Just put him out.
savage."
Jeez.
Oh yeah. You fucker. Oh, you
Well,
motherfucker.
and so I was a little anti, right?
I know exactly where he's going.
All right. You fuck. You motherfucker.
Sorry?
All right.
Does it count if it's in the form of a
It's
question?
all good. I was feeling so good, and then you have to get down to my fucking where I live. All right. I mean, what the fuck, you know? Ah! Okay. All right. All right, man. Okay.
See, he's loving it.
Yeah.
Because you feel it, right?
I
I know
exactly what's
exactly.
going on.
You know what that feels like. I've been
And
there.
I just
Sympathy-
wish, I just
sympathy
wish I opened
pains.
up more because I was thinking everything that he said.
But still, I've never had anybody work with this. This is the shit right here. Nobody does this.
You're gonna feel so much better.
I already do.
Oh,
Fuck, dude. This is so good.
That's what I was saying. You were like, do you have anybody else? I'm like, not really. Like, everybody kind of sucks.
yeah.
Even the people that we talked to, like the last time we were out, people try to link up with us, and they talk this big game, and they just sort of really understand crack you. I'm like, well, that was not anything different or unique at all.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that one in Hollywood that we went to that had the huge practice?
Yeah.
And I was like, so you talked this big game, and then all you did was just like put me on my side and crack me. I can go to the joint for that. That's,
Yeah.
what else? Yeah, there we go. Much better than that.
Yeah, it opens up, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
You just roll it out.
Yeah, you get like a little crossball in there too.
Yeah.
Stick it against the wall.
Now he's gonna get the other side.
Yeah, but I'm loose on this.
Yeah, so it's, there's a little bit there.
Yeah, and my fucking my lower back on this side also.
Okay. Yeah, that's like glute attachment. So it pulls your sacrum in either direction. So, I mean, on a normal person, but since you have, you know, beautiful harmony
I do have harmony, dude.
and nearly perfect symmetry,
Thank you.
it's nowhere as bad as it would have been.
Hey, Justin, give me my phone because Michelle might have called, texted.
Alright.
I think they wanted to hang and go to lunch or something.
Michelle?
Oh, yes.
Where do you keep
Her
your shit
family,
at?
honestly, man.
Yeah. I can't believe you don't live in LA. I'd be fucking calling you all the time.
Yeah, everybody continues to try to make us open an office in LA. I'm like, wait, what's the state of income tax again?
It's all bullshit.
Alright, I don't wanna rummage through your shit. Where's your phone?
It's in the side pocket.
Oh.
You're not gonna
We're gonna do Vegas though. We're gonna hopefully Extreme Couture in like October.
Yeah.
So much closer, easier. We do need to figure something in LA out there, right, Carlos?
Yeah, definitely.
I don't think you got anything you wanna check it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't swipe right.
It doesn't show up 'cause I'm a dirtbag in the wall. My wife, even my ex, who goes through my fucking phone to know.
You guys can edit this, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
What was the other
You could
guy in
beep
that
it
other
out.
video? He just starts farting the whole way.
He looks. You're gonna edit that out, right?
I was so tense. I was like, I'm
Yeah.
shit happening.
Been there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Someone shit their pants?
No, it was me.
Oh, okay. That's not as bad.
There we go, much better. All right, raise this leg as high as you can. So keep the knee straight. There we go. And do the other side. So.
Don't worry about that shit, dude.
Don't worry about that shit. It's fine. It's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, do this one again. Okay, back down.
Keith is such a good guy.
Yeah, I love Keith, man. He's my dude. And poor Jody, man, she keeps getting the raw end of the stick every fight. 2 fights in a row, her opponent pulled out the same day.
God, seriously?
Yeah. She's been in fight camp for like a year now, no fights.
Oh, that's annoying.
Over here again. That was better.
Oh, wow.
An outfire. So you're lined up good, it's just you've got a little bit of external turn on this and it's pinching a little bit.
See, I'm really sore there.
Yeah,
I
right
didn't really,
there.
yes, I am.
Okay,
Oh,
up
fuck.
again?
How'd you know I was sore there, you fuck? You done this before?
Yeah, a couple times.
That's interesting.
Yeah, some high level martial artists trust me with their body for some reason.
What is going on there anyway? Why am I sore?
So you got your sacrum right here and your hip bones here. So
Yeah.
whether it's your glutes too tight or whatever imbalance you have, it's turning this outward and pinching a little bit right
Okay.
there. There it is. One more time on the left. That one's better.
Wow.
Big difference.
It's gonna pull out the big RH though.
Somebody's gonna pull out the big RH.
Yeah.
Gonna swing the sledge on you now.
Yeah, we upgraded our hammer size. Could have used Mjolnir.
We could have.
Should.
We should.
Okay. I'm gonna grab the gauntlet and Mjolnir. Up again on this side. Yeah, there it is. I almost got it. It's right there. One more time, left side. Yeah, much better. And right side. I mean, that side's better as a result. So just a little pelvic rotation. Almost good. There. Lift up all the way. Yeah, not bad. Okay. Cool. All right. Let's go on your side facing towards the windows right there.
So cool.
So like with our fighters, maybe half like to get cracked and half don't. So, and they're from all over the world. They're used to different treatments, dry needling, all this stuff. So whatever works for them, that's what we give to them basically.
Yeah.
So if they don't like to get cracked, we don't do that. If they do like it, then we do that. If you like to get needled, that's what we do. So bring this knee up to your chest. You can go back down. So you know how some of the camps have like tons of injury pullouts, right?
Yeah.
The last one we had was Michelle's broken hand in November of 2016.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's a great track record.
Musculoskeletal injuries.
Wow.
So not a single surgery since then for any of our fighters.
That's incredible.
And it's, I think, 350 fights.
That's insane.
Now, a lot of it's, lots of space, good training. But, also just getting...
Shit happens, though.
Right. So, and good luck, right? It's fortunate. We haven't had people just break legs and stuff like that. But all the musculoskeletal stuff that, unfortunately, I think people on the East and West Coast, like, their first line is orthopedic surgeon, who should be, like, the third line.
That's right.
So when the conservative stuff doesn't work, then you go to the surgeon unless something's hanging off. But
Yeah.
some of these guys, like the guys in Long Island and the guys in San Francisco, like the first line is they go to the surgeon, get an MRI, and they're like, oh, got to operate. And then you start changing things irreparably.
Yep. Cutting into the fascia, all that stuff.
Yep, and then they're out for a cut. And again, nothing against those healthcare practitioners because, you view the world through your lens.
Yeah.
If I was born in Saudi Arabia, I would probably speak Arabic and be Muslim, right?
Yep.
So
That's right.
if you go to a chiropractor, they say your bones are out of place. A massage therapist says you've got trigger points. The PT says your core is weak. The orthopedic says you've got something wrong with your joints. Let's go ahead and operate.
Yeah.
So you sort of select your service by where you go. I mean, it's not...
I like, though, my
sort of
practitioners to be in their body to begin with. It helps when somebody's in shape and they're working because they know their body and
Right.
they've healed their own body. So
started
when you
a
get
lot.
a surgeon who's never done any exercise, Indian priest.
That makes sense. Preferably Judas.
Damn, that's wild. The old glutes, man.
Glutes.
And my traps are always sore. Because I'm a fighter and a muscular guy. Oh, dude. I know what you're going to do.
Perfect symmetry.
Yes, I'm sore there, so.
Right.
You're strong as fuck, huh, dude?
A little bit. I mean, I don't have perfect symmetry, and I don't,
He's not a weak guy. He's not a weak guy.
move
I'm
harmonically.
so glad I did this.
He's a thick guy.
So much funnier.
Fucking
Somebody else?
thick Mexican body.
That's right.
Ah,
Lots of tortillas.
tortilla. Tortilla. Fuck me. Fuck.
Let me take it. So, what I need you to do is hold this railroad spike just about right there for him.
Absolutely. Can I keep my Dora the Explorer? This is a joke, right? You're not really gonna hit this. Oh my god. I was so scared.
He was waiting for it.
The reactions.
He's like,
And I still helped you.
You're not really gonna do this.
Oh my god.
You know what this means, right? That means you're back
This one sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's so good. I'm gonna try to relax in it.
Breathe through it.
Why do I want to call you daddy? It's so weird. Okay. Mommy. Ah! Okay, relax.
Think about all the philanthropy.
I
You
live there.
enjoy this way too much.
I live there.
You philanthropy, man?
No.
He's using the pain right now. I just wish I was so much more vocal because it's hilarious.
Yeah. You guys seen the Diego videos? That shit is great.
His reaction, though, man.
Diego Sanchez?
Ah!
I mean, it's on par with this, probably. Now his laugh is super maniacal.
Yeah.
And then Alistair over sleeps to this.
Diego's really? Diego's
feel
one of the most
anything.
impressive human beings
Yeah.
How about that fight with Mickey Gall? What
Crazy.
a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
You talking about...
Everybody sold him out. They're like, no way he could do it.
Veteran. I never count that dude
No,
out.
he'll break you with his will.
He's just... I on my podcast, I go, can we get a minute for Diego Sanchez? For the great Diego Sanchez?
Right. Just, you know, what, 37,
Play
tough
this,
one winner.
Play this for him if you... Tell hey, Diego, there are men and then there's Diego Sanchez. He's fucking greatness.
Savage.
He's greatness.
Savage. Yeah, Diego's actually, out of this gym, Diego's my first patient out
He's
here.
such a rare human being.
I've worked with him for 7 years.
Such a rare man.
Yeah. He actually kind of got us in here.
Dude, that whatever you're doing now, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
You know what's weird? You're not even making a face.
Impressive.
What are you doing there?
Give him the trap.
Because that's literally where I'm hurting.
Yeah, right there.
Yes, dude. I mean, literally, that's like, that's where I'm in trouble.
That's the airplane tension spot.
It is, right?
Yeah,
From flying?
for sure.
So what do I do to release that? Do this? Come here?
Yeah, come hang out. Come hang out with Michelle and Keith and Cowboy. Where's Cowboy today? He goes on hanging out with Jed?
No, because he's at the ranch. He's doing a paintball thing.
He doesn't how you on time probably.
Dude, that's whatever you're doing there is kind of life changing. For real? It's life
So
changing.
bring this here down to the shoulder.
Oh,
This one?
I hated this shit.
Or this?
You like this one? That's good.
Which way?
Yeah, perfect.
Oh my god.
Good.
That's really interesting what you're doing there. So it's right there. I've never had anybody get in there.
No?
No.
Seriously?
No, seriously. When I get massages.
If you go right in front of the trap and kind of move posterior, that's the scaling part that ties in right there.
So where is it?
It's so here's your trap, right?
Yeah.
So top of it, this is if you go right in front of it right here, the scaling is right in there. That's where a lot of people have their pain.
Yeah.
So look straight down. Back to center.
Dude, you're no joke.
Michelle's reactions are pretty funny too.
Dude, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me, for real.
Sweet.
No, I'm serious. This is what you're doing right now.
It's the good shit.
It's my life.
It's the good shit.
Oh, dude, I can feel it in my fingertips.
On sides?
It's the greatest thing ever.
Or it's more like goosebumps feeling.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Right there.
Right?
Yeah. Shoots up through here, right?
Yep.
Who isn't, right?
That's so interesting. Though.
No, but I mean, you made a good point too. Like, if you know that manipulation isn't always the best for you, you're not really in pain, then yeah, it's probably
This
a
is
good
the
idea not
best.
to.
Whatever you're doing here is.
For sure. Look down. Who doesn't have neck tension? Like, that's the funny thing. I'm like, do you know anybody who's never had neck pain? Everybody has neck pain to a certain extent.
Yeah.
Like the center. Not everybody has lower back pain. Not everybody's knees hurt, but everybody's necks are fine.
This is insane.
Whether it's cell phone living, flights, hotels, there's always something.
I was amazed at how fast you got to like an excruciating nerve pain. So like even when I get a massage, like they'll be like, oh, you know, you get a knot or whatever, and they'll, you know, it'll take them a while to, but you took one look at my back and you were just like, oh, you're all fucked up here, and I was like,
Yeah.
I mean, this is incredible. For
Submission
real.
level.
Like, I guess I work out so much and I don't think about it.
Yeah, and it's not like pain, but you know,
No,
it's
it's just
tension
beautiful.
that sucks.
It's a beautiful, like, you're releasing soreness that I've had, if I feel like it's been there forever.
Literally.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you know anybody who does this in LA?
Nah, man.
Fuck those guys.
That's what we've been talking about.
I was like, can you recommend
Right.
someone? And
No.
there's no one else.
Where'd you learn this? 'Cause this
like-
is interesting to me because this is actually very different than anything I've had.
Yeah, so I mean, we're really the only ones that do this part of it, and there's some similarity to some fascial release techniques. But we kind of like everything we add on, we'll see something and we're like, okay, well that sucks for this reason. This is good for this reason, and throw away the rest. Like even the hammering stuff, if you've seen like horse chiropractors and stuff like that,
Yeah.
yeah, it makes perfect sense. But you just need to know when and where to apply it.
Well, yeah, you're an athlete, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I played college football.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah, and you're strong as a fucking ox. What position?
Linebacker.
Yeah. You're.
Yeah, little D1 action.
Oh, you
But-
were a D1. You were a D1.
Yeah.
So you're a real athlete.
Yeah. So I mean, you name an injury, I've had it. I've got dislocated all the fingers, you know, like torn pec,
Fuck.
torn both hamstrings, torn the quad, broke both legs,
Yeah.
torn labrum, torn rotator
Oh
cuff,
my
you know,
god.
AC joint separations, you
So
name it.
you know the body.
And yeah, but I've also never had to have an orthopedic surgery either.
God damn.
Now that doesn't mean that and I know I'm all fucked up because I went through radiology, rotation, we MRI, so everything's torn basically. But
How do you feel about stem cells?
generally pretty good. And there's levels, you know, there's umbilical, and there, you know, it just depends on the state legislature. But, you know, I've rarely ever seen people had bad effects with it other than lightening up your wallet. And I've seen, you know, 60-70% of people do really well with them.
All I know is that you're literally releasing stuff, and I can feel it. So fucking interesting.
Yeah.
When he was doing that stuff to me, I felt like my feet were tingling.
Yeah.
And I asked, I was like, is this supposed to happen? And no one responded to me.
We did it? No?
So I'm just panicking.
It'd be a problem if it's still tingling.
Yeah, I was like, it's supposed to
Call the
be
ambulance. Let him know that he's not going to have an open, Brian knows he's not going to have an opener tonight. Don't worry, I'll step in, guys. My mom thinks I'm funny.
That's basically my whole bit.
Oh, shit.
It's funny how you can fuck me up with your thumbs.
So you can see why the fighters like to get revenge on me when they finally get the chance.
Yeah.
You know?
I just think it's so disrespectful how cavalier you are about
The disrespect.
So like someone's screaming and you're just like, oh, what do I need?
So-
eggs, milk, just, like, not even thinking.
Yeah.
You know what? It starts
So
to release.
cavalier.
Also, as shitty as this is, people don't come in unless they're actually hurt. So it keeps the fighters from coming in here unless they really need it. You know what I'm saying?
But also,
They don't,
yeah.
they don't want to do this.
Yeah.
It's
I'd
like,
come in once a week.
yeah, and some do. You know, Alistair had you doing what, like,
Every day. Every day.
yeah.
2 hours a day.
And he's also had what 60-something fights. So
Yeah. He takes care of his body. He knows how to take care of his body.
Well, it's like we were talking about too. Like, you know, we had a couple of the Chargers players flying out. They couldn't find anybody to help their hamstring tears in L.A. Fucking L.A. Are you kidding me? And so they would have to fly out here and get dry needled in their hamstrings and fix them up in like 2 visits. You know, they have all the best doctors right there.
How are you
supposedly,
doing that?
With filiform needles. So we poke into where the hamstring is, and that breaks up the adhesions and turns the
With
muscle
a
off.
real needle?
Yeah.
And what are you doing? What is the science behind that?
It turns the muscle off from the inside out. So if you think like a porcupine or whatever, the more you struggle, the more it barrows the needle deep into you. So when you step on something sharp or hot, you have a reflex to pull you away from it. It's subcortical. You don't get a chance to think about it. So it turns the muscle off from the inside out because it feels a threat. So muscles that are chronically tightened neurologically or scar tissue from a tear,
Yeah.
it turns it off and relaxes it. Then you can actually start stretching it
I
and moving
got
it.
you. And that's kind of why when you put pressure on a muscle, it'll release.
We think that's sort of the means too, and that's why we think things that actually hurt more work better.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
feel.
like a foam roller, for example, right? Foam roller versus a PVC pipe. On a physics level, there's not that much difference. Your mass is still the same, the surface area is still the same. So why would the PVC work so much better? Even though it's a little harder, but there's not a big force differential. The only reason that it could be is that because it hurts a little bit more, A, it creates that response to protect you, to turn the muscle off to protect you, and B, it may rewire your brain's perception of the original pain because you expose it to a new type of pain.
That's interesting.
Which is sort of what mushrooms and LSD and
Those
things
are
like
two
that do.
very interesting theories that make a lot of sense.
Right. And that's why even marijuana, like it is a distractor. It kind of breaks up that that pathway that your brain is focused on.
Sure.
And anything you do a lot, you get better at.
SSRIs do that actually
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
They kind of tend to calm the body down so that you can get healed.
Right. Which everything has its place, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, if you look
Oh,
at the
that's
research behind all those chemicals, anything you do often you get better at subconsciously, whether it's driving or you doing your job or whatever else. Well, if you're focused on pain all the fucking time, your body gets really good at doing that as well.
That's right.
So if you can distract it and rewire and make it pay attention to something else for a little while, sometimes you don't rewire that pathway again.
Right.
Which is, you know, the amazing studies they've had on LSD and MDMA and these, you know, PTSD patients, and
Yeah.
because their brain's so fixated on an event, they can't get around that. And so suddenly you change the way they perceive that event, and now it's not that bad anymore.
Right. Dude, this trap shit is amazing.
Yeah.
I'm tight in my traps.
Wait till we get the subscaps. So last one, all right? We'll get you guys out of here.
Are you
So,
going to do this side or no?
you don't want me
I do.
to? Push down. I'm just messing with you. Push your hand towards my face.
No, I hate it. I hate
Here,
it.
we'll just do this one. Go in and out like this. I'm gonna hook you here.
Please don't do that. Ah! Okay.
Move
I
the arm.
hate it.
Move the arm.
Okay. Papa!
Papa, no.
Papa, no! Ah! I hate it so much. Okay. Ah!
It's fading. Good.
Okay.
We're gonna get through this together.
Okay. All right.
I mean, mostly he's gonna.
You're a bad guy, man. You literally,
I know.
you're forcing me to take this.
Yeah, well, you know.
Ah, I'm coming out of this a new woman.
Hashtag informed consent.
Oh, God. Fuck, man.
Sit you back up.
Shit.
Going
All right.
down on
I
the
thought
side.
you were gonna do my fucking traps,
All
bro.
right, do the trap.
Now, what was it that you were just?
Who knows, man?
Subscribe.
I don't like it.
He's pissed now.
He's legit mad. He's like, this motherfucker, I just met him, he put his knee on my side.
I mean-
he's fucking dead to me.
I mean,
I have a feeling on the car ride home.
he literally threw me to the ground and went, all right, get out.
I did not.
That was knee on belly control.
You went that way. I was just making sure you didn't fall off the table, man.
I pushed against you and you went like this, like that. You did that. He went, like he literally dissed my strength.
I didn't.
And then he went, okay, get
I
out.
recognized the threat, the imminent danger that I was under the amazing
right here?
No, of course I'm not all right.
harmonic movements and then
Of course I'm not.
My last patient was like, "Is he alright? Is he a new patient?"
I don't want to hear from you all day long. Your goddamn room sounds
He's
like a
another
porno
big
movie.
fucking dude. What the hell's going on?
What was that one lady I always have? She's too much, man.
Yeah.
She kills me.
Which girl?
The other lady you
Oh,
talked about
lady?
earlier?
Yeah.
Barely touch her, she's freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Hello.
What are you guys doing?
I'm
Did Greg go
getting,
to the show?
yeah, of
What are you
course.
guys doing? Oh, you're performing tonight?
Yeah, dude, you're welcome. Anybody, any of you guys, just
I'm
you're
Greg.
all on my list.
Justin.
Nice to meet you.
Dr. Greg, excuse me.
Dr.
New
Lieutenant.
Pleasure to meet you,
dentist.
sir.
Ryan, how are you, pal?
Honestly, I was in so much pain, I didn't even know if he was in the room before. That's why I didn't introduce myself.
Ah.
I wasn't sure if you were here when he was doing
No
this
worries.
stuff.
If you were going to introduce yourself, I would be Hove. H to the Izzo.
Right, yeah. That's usually what
So
Let's
interesting.
do this, man.
This is our Guido version.
Yeah. 2.0.
So interesting.
So it's funny because like he moved here from Miami, but he was from New York, and then he moved here from New York, but he's from Miami.
I love
A
my.
little flip flop.
Yeah, a little flip
Going
flop.
back in, what, 3 weeks ago, right?
I moved here.
Got some
I want to
patients.
marry. I want to marry a Cuban girl.
I don't blame you. Amazing sandwiches.
Black
And you could sing, they call me Cuban Pete.
I love him.
I'm the king of every morning.
Motherfucker!
Get him!
All right.
Shake, shaky, shake,
Nah,
shake,
nah, nah.
shake, shake,
Did
shake.
you get work done too?
Yeah.
What did you get work done?
Plantar fascia and low back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see now I'm
Yeah,
fucked.
Neck two, neck two.
Move your arm in and up.
Neck, yeah.
Okay.
Like this.
Oh fuck you! Hi,
That's what they all say.
hi, motherfucker. It's not good, you know.
It's not good, you know. It's not that great.
Ah, fuck, man.
So your massage guy doesn't get this one?
No, he doesn't get. I don't get massages, dude.
Oh.
All right, I don't do any of this.
All right.
We could
I'm
tell.
a virgin. I came to work out. I didn't come to get beat up.
Virgin.
Talk to me.
I'd rather spar with those guys than this.
Yeah, there's a lot of
Did
people
you
say that,
get
actually. I
massage
feel like
too?
I'd rather get punched.
Remember outside when you were like, I'll do whatever you guys want to do?
All right,
Trying to be nice, fucked it all up.
Not so much anymore.
So much for trying to be a nice guy.
all right. We good?
Almost.
Bo Hightower.
You're in it now.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's better.
You're good.
Oh shit.
Remember like John Travolta, that little curl right there.
I'm starting to
The
believe
greases.
these notes about you, bro.
Carlos, is
Yes.
one of the greases?
Soccer notes.
Superman too.
Hey, will you
Yeah.
check out that RNA?
This pile of soccer notes over here.
Yeah.
Follow that one. Is that? Did
Mid-
you have any
Ryan.
recently? Did he leave any
it's
off recently,
hilarious.
Bo?
These are all just from here.
What are those?
Stalker notes.
Seriously?
Yeah, I got a stalker.
You do?
Yeah. Goes up the street. It's great.
Did you drop any off in the past 2 weeks or anything?
It's a dude?
Yeah.
No, he hasn't been back.
What's he want?
Oh, you have to
You can
read
read the letter.
You
I
have
think
to
you might
read
be
it. Yeah.
confused.
I'm confused.
He loves you or what?
Doesn't sound like it anymore. Sounds
No,
like
he thinks I'm
crazy
trying to kill his dog
accusations.
with electromagnetic frequencies, and
Well,
I'm using the YouTube algorithm to make him convinced that I'm Beyonce and he's Ariana Grande and he's gonna disappear.
did you go to the cops?
Yeah.
What'd they say?
Well, we can't do much.
Did
Should we
they
go to
serve
the
him
left
yet?
I'm gonna have a restraining order, but they're not gonna arrest him.
You carry a gun?
Yeah.
You should always have your gun on you.
Always. Go to the left all the way.
I don't like. It's not fun to live that way. Though. It's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
How long has it been going on?
Keep going. 6 months. 5 months.
What did
Go
they?
right over.
Did they go and talk to him?
No, they can't get hold of me.
Yeah.
So
It's really weird. It's like that gray area where like somebody's making crazy threats towards him, but
they're like,
because
you
they don't
can
have
sue
to
them,
prove
but
anything
he
physical.
obviously doesn't have
or
any money. So what are you gonna do?
Well, it's dangerous.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Especially
sure.
when he knows where the hell we are.
Yeah.
Dropping off notes.
So it's
for
like
the weird
on a
patients in and out,
Tuesday
you
at
know?
3 o'clock. If you want to find Bo Hightower, you know exactly where I am.
Well, where? What? So do you know what he looks like? Do you know who this guy
Yeah.
is?
Yeah,
Woody drives.
yeah, it's all good. Anyway.
So you see him when he comes up. And
Yeah,
stuff?
for sure. But we used to usually do it on the security camera. Super problem.
Yeah,
What do
we
you
do
do
that.
when he shows up?
We've never seen him in person, just on security cameras.
He's gonna put up his dukes.
He just leaves notes on people's cars in the parking lot. And
We're gonna
shit.
adjust the upper back, okay? Great. Yeah. Face that way. Hands behind the head.
So he goes, I shouldn't have said yes. I shouldn't have said yes.
Oh. There we go.
Se mueve?
Sí.
Chévere.
Cross. Else okay? Did you get one of these two? I'm gonna go
Yo, they
underneath
put me on
opposite.
that bed and pulled me
traction.
apart.
You
man.
listen. And now.
Ah, fuck you.
Nice one.
Oh, that one.
There we go.
Sassy's.
Have a seat.
Last one. On the table.
Why did you go on the ground?
It's amazing.
I was confused too when you guys were doing
Too
this.
fast, bro, with my shoulder.
Yeah. Pull back with the elbow. Pull.
No good?
No, it was great.
Yep.
Let's try this one. Relax first. Pull back. Pull.
Good. Cool.